Oh my God. Sometimes I record and then like it doesn't load to my computer because I don't have
Oh,
enough space.
I know, I know. All right, so this is our October 5th On Fire Empire team call, and I'm really, really excited to have Rachel Voris here to give us some insight on our newest program, Core to Force, that comes out at the end of this month. She has had the opportunity to be a part of the test group. She is a fellow Fit and Fierce coach and founder of Rock Solid with Courtney Bell. She's a 2015 elite coach. She's been coaching, I think it was 2 years in February, right, Rachel?
End of January,
End
yep.
of January. So she's done some really incredible things in a very short time, and she's definitely a coach that I've looked up to from the very beginning. And I had the privilege of hanging out with her for a week on the cruise, and it was so fun. And then at our retreat and everything and summit. So I'm just thrilled to have her here tonight. I'm going to let her kind of introduce herself and whatever part of your story you want to share a little bit, that would be great. And then just give us your spiel.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for adjusting the time. I was telling Haley, our team Rock Solid, I'm on the West Coast and Courtney Bell is on the East Coast. So half of our team is kind of all over the place. So it's really hard. And we both really try so hard to be present with our family when we have that time. And we really encourage that of our teams, like unplugging on the weekends. And so my evenings are very precious. And so I really thank you guys for kind of moving things around for me. Because when my husband comes, I don't mind doing work and doing calls. Like when my kids are around, it can be disruptive, but like whatever, they're screaming kids. But if my husband is home, he's not home a lot. So I really try to take that time to be a family. So thank you. But yeah, so I signed up at the end of January. I've been an athlete my entire life. I swam all through college. That's actually how Courtney also swam and Carrie Legault also swam. So we kind of have a whole swimming lineage. We always joke that we're going to create a master's team and get back in the pool, but I think me and Carrie might be the only ones who actually want to do that. But fitness has always been a part of my life. I became a boot camp and spinning instructor just as cross training. I just always loved, motivating people and just being fit, doing fitness. I never really ate too well because I was working out so much. I never had to worry too much about that. So when I stopped swimming, when I, started working, I kept eating how I was and not working out. And so I just went, down a bad path with my health. And when I had my first baby, I was pretty active during my first pregnancy. I actually swam through my entire first pregnancy up until the day before I gave birth. I was doing flip turns and doing butterfly and the whole thing. And I lost weight pretty quickly after him. And then I had my second son 15 months later. They're 15 months apart. So my first one, to do the math, was only 6 months when we got pregnant with the second. It was totally planned. Everyone's like, was that planned? That's crazy. Totally planned. We were hoping for twins first time around. And it didn't happen. So we knew we wanted them to be close. But so after Cooper, my second son, I did not have the same luck as I did with Robert with just losing the baby weight with nursing. With Cooper, I was gaining the weight back. And by the time when Cooper was 3 months old, I was at my full term pregnancy weight. So 10 months pregnant, I had no baby in my belly, and I was my full term pregnancy weight. And I was desperate at that point. I knew what I needed to do. I'd been a spinning instructor, a boot camp instructor, swimmer my whole life. I knew what I needed to do, but just couldn't do it myself and make that time for myself. So I had been following Courtney, been showing my husband all these pictures during my pregnancy, like, look at what she's doing. And I just reached out to her kind of in desperation, because I've always dreamed of being a mom. When I was a little girl, like, what do you want to be when you grow up? I want to be a doctor. I want to be this and that. In school, said, I want to be a mom. Like, I've always dreamed of being a mom. And I was at a point where I was just going through the motions, waking up tired, going to bed tired. And I was so far from the mom that I had always dreamed of being. And I thought that that's how mom life was going to be. And that's what it was going to be in store for me. And so I reached out to Courtney, and And that was it. You know, she told me from day one, she's like, all right, we're going to get you started with T25. It's a 60-day program. So we're going to sign you up as a coach because I want to make sure that you're on Shakeology for that second month, and you may as well save $20 and then you could totally cancel everything. And I was like, okay, because I just needed a change. And so I just dove in. You know, I was pretty quiet in the beginning. I was purely a discount coach. And when I just started feeling really great within that first week, I knew that I needed to have people by my side. Other people needed to have these products in this community in their lives. And this community was really the missing piece. I've tried Beachbody programs before. My husband and I tried P90X before our wedding. We were like, we're both going to be ripped before our wedding. And we were the worst accountability partners. We were the worst. Great program, but we didn't make it a week. So the team is everything. We have incredible programs, incredible nutrition, but this is the missing piece for everybody. And so I really dove into the team, invited people to be by my side. The business piece of it kind of happened for me, you guys. I never focused on the business. I really never did. I never focused on getting the points. I never focused on building a business and pushing for Diamond. I just simply shared my journey. I reached out to people. I connected with friends who I saw were having babies, and that's it. Just, you know, reconnected, fostered those relationships. And in the process, my business was built. You know, so don't complicate things. I'm constantly telling my coach that. Don't try too hard. Don't complicate this business. The greatest tool that you need to build is you. You know, you are unique, and you just have to share your journey. You got to get out there and just share your journey. So this is not the topic of my call. Where am I going with this? Within a couple of months, I was a Beachbody Challenge winner, a daily winner with T25. Just kind of shared, just shared my journey, really stuck to that nutrition, stuck to that program, and never missed a day of Shakeology, and truly invested myself in the team and invited people to be by my side. And the more people that, joined me, the more I got out of my own experience. So even still, 2.5 years later, I am here for selfish reasons. Sure, I want to help people, but I know that every single person that I help keeps me going. Like the 5 people that I had join me last September keeps me going this month because I know they're counting on me. Like some days my kids are not my motivation. Someday they make me want to run away and go curl up, but it's the people that join me that keep me going, So sometimes you got to be selfish. Yes, we want to help people, but ultimately you are the person you have to help most. So Core de Force. I've been struggling for probably the last year with my journey. I've struggled with sticking with a program. Every time I can't stick to a program, I always go back to T25 because that was my soul program. That was what changed my life. And I always found myself going back to that. And so I knew I needed a change. I was invited to this test group. I don't know how. So, if that's a question, how do you get to be in a test group? I have no idea. But when I knew that it was absolutely what I needed in my life. I can tell you guys, I'll go a little bit more into it, but this program is not only, transforming my body, but I think the biggest transformation that I have noticed is in my head. I am someone that I really struggle with a lot of self-confidence. I haven't made this public because my mom is very active on social media. If you guys follow my like page or whatever, she's always like the first person to comment. She's my biggest supporter, though she'll never commit to anything. Family's the hardest. But she made it really hard growing up as an athlete who lived in a swimsuit. I was never comfortable with myself. I never felt that I was good enough. I, believe it or not, whatever my social media personality is, I am an extreme introvert. Like, I don't know if Haley noticed this at like Summit or on the cruise, but like I'm the kind of person who just kind of sits. I think you're telling your story. I'm the kind of person who like sits in the corner and I wait for people to come to talk to me. I'm not like the life of a party. So people are really shocked when they meet me because social media is sort of my outlet to like let my inner personality come out. So, oh my gosh, where am I going with this? So Core de Force has really helped to bring out a fight within myself. I am pushed every day with the workouts. You know, it's making me really believe in myself and believe that I really am a fighter and that I deserve to fight. You know, these workouts they're not easy. Anybody can do them. I will say, you know, there is a modifier. There is an amazing, amazing modifier. You know, there is quite a bit of jumping and stuff in Core de Force. I don't remember if there was jumping in speed. How many of you guys did the peak on Monday? Did you guys all do it? Did y'all love it? Only Haley and Logan did it? Nobody else?
No, I think Abby did.
Okay, you guys did.
Yeah.
So there is some jumping in it, you know, but the modifier does not jump at all. Her toes, the balls of her feet never leave the ground, ever. Jericho at times will go up to her and say, all right, now is the time to challenge yourself. You did the first round. Now let's try. Give me a few jumps, you know? So Jericho and Joel are constantly pushing the modifier, which makes them feel like they're speaking to you too, which is really great. But anybody can do this. Anybody can do the program. It's 30 days. The workouts do range from 30 to 45 minutes. So they are longer than our typical program, but I will say that they go by so fast. I don't know if you guys found that on Monday. They go by so fast that, I mean, you see 45 on the screen and before you know it, you're done and you want to do it again, but you're too tired to do it again. There's a lot of, so there's jumping, you know, there's a lot of core work. I mean, it is Core de Force for a reason. You know, it's not about speed. So when you guys are throwing punches and stuff, it's not about, you know, getting it done really fast. It's about getting it done. So it's not about doing a jab and cross really fast like this. It's about really rotating and really getting that core movement, you know, not twisting at the knees, not just going with your arms, but getting your whole body worked into it. So like we were saying, you know, similar to Pio, you know, you are doing some very dynamic moves. You know, a punch is with your arm, but in Core de Force, you know, true MMA style, you are using your whole body. You're using your hips and your legs and your core. So, I mean, like in our test group, you are seeing people, their core is just shredding. I mean, some very overweight people in our test group too. I mean, you can't believe like the results that they are having in that area. So it's very dynamic, a lot of core work, and it's not all punches and kicks. You know, there are some of the workouts, you're doing a lot of push-ups, you know, you're doing a lot of sit-ups. So there is quite a bit of strength work in it as well. So I know there's a lot of people are having concerns about, you know, they want to build muscle or tone up and, you know, the lack of weight training, resistance training in there is not going to help them get the results that they want. I promise you there's going to be plenty of strength training in there. There's a lot of different types of push-up combinations that you never even would have thought to make up, you've never seen. So some I still cannot figure out. Every week when we have to do this one move, like everybody in the test group posts a video of themselves and they tag the trainers and like, am I doing this right yet? And we're like, this is like week 6 or something and we're still working on our form. So, you know, it's really fun. It's really fast. You are going to be challenged in ways that you've never been challenged before, physically and mentally. I mean, hugely mentally. It is a 30-day program. I am encouraging everybody to do at least 60 days because for 30 days, you know, you're really working on getting your form down. You know, you're working on figuring out those combinations because when you're doing the combinations, as you guys saw with MMA Speed, you know, they're not super complicated, but you do have to, your mind does have to tell your body what to do. So you are constantly thinking. You're not just doing the combinations on your own. Like you're thinking while you're doing them. So I'm telling people, the first 30 days, really zone in on nutrition. Get the workouts in, focus on that form, really nail down that core rotation. And then that second 30 days, just really fight your heart out with those combinations that your body has become, your muscle memory has become so familiar with. So again, but in 30 days, you will absolutely see results that you are looking for. The meal plan is, we haven't been approved to give too many details on the meal plan, but I can tell you it's similar to what you are familiar with a couple of adjustments. So as there are weeks where some weeks are more intense than others, the meal plan is adjusted a little bit from week to week. So, but it's similar to you guys might be used to.
They said they saw, I'm echoing. Am I echoing to everybody else? Or is it just me?
I think
Hold on.
at this end.
Okay. They said it came with containers.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Okay. Well, it's very similar to what you're used to. I don't know who said that or where they heard that, but it's similar to what you're used to, but it's not consistent across the 4 weeks, across the 30 days. So over the course of the 4 weeks, you are kind of switching things up based on the level of intensity of the program. So, so just kind of a heads up on that. But in terms of who this is for, I really think anybody can really do this. People that are just starting out, obviously I would tell them to go at your pace, and I think that's the beauty of this program. You don't have to keep up with Joel and Jericho. Like Jessica, the modifier, she's going, I don't want to say she's going light, but anybody can follow the pace that she's going at. If we're down on the ground, she's using her hands to get back up and, to do sit-ups and stuff. When we're doing punches and jumps, she is rotating her core. She is really maximizing that form, really maximizing the movement without having to pick up her speed, without having to take her feet off the ground. So absolutely, I think anybody can do it. And again, it's fun. It's really fun, you guys. There's just something about like throwing some punches and kicks that just make you feel good. So, it's going to reduce your stress. It's just going to give you so much mental clarity. You're going to feel like you're working out because your body's going to be so tired, but you're really going to enjoy yourself. Do you guys have any questions for me or anything else you want me to touch on, Haley? Or Logan? Or?
Did anybody have questions?
Are you all going to do it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. I don't know.
Awesome. Yeah, it's really fun. I will say too, there are core workouts that are sort of in addition to to the prescribed calendar. And there's also, a recovery day, a recovery workout, active recovery on Sunday. Do those. I will be the first to admit, I probably never admitted this in a challenge group in the past until I've been in this test group, but I never did those core workouts. I never did the Sunday stretch or anything. I never did. But in the test group, we really have to do everything. There are corporate team members that are in the group watching, making sure that we're posting, that we're doing everything. So I can say that I really, those recovery days on Sunday, I really feel good. And, the extra ab work, again, this program is all about really, really working on that core, so those extra core workouts they're great. They're fun. They're very challenging. But do them. Yes, do them. Do them. Any questions you guys have?
Joel and Jericho are supposed to be at the Super Days on the 30th in Portland. So I'm going to do a live Portland workout.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm here in San Diego and they're coming to San Diego too, and I'm so excited. And that's one thing I forgot to mention. Joel and Jericho are awesome. Like major crush on Joel and girl crush on Jericho is like through the roof, crazy. And they're like real people, they're very real and relatable. I don't know if that's because they're our newest trainers, so they haven't gotten caught up with like the celebrity bug or what, but they're very relatable, and they work together so well in the program. Like they're joking around with one another. They're singing songs with each other. They're sort of tag teaming. So you guys saw in MMA Speed how, they sort of alternate rounds. And that's what they do throughout the program. So, Joel's leading, Jericho's leading. And when one of them is leading, the other one is pushing them. Like you see Joel sometimes, and we're doing squats, and he's not squatting so far down. Like he is hurting, and Jericho is telling him to get down further, and he's like, I can't. I got to modify. So they're working, and that's what I just love too. Because sometimes you look at the trainers, and they're just not super relatable. They're like, they're just not a real person. And Jericho too. She made this program like very shortly after she had her baby boy. I think Bex is.
Wasn't she nursing?
Yeah, I was going to say she was newly postpartum when they were doing this.
She said they were nursing or something when they did it.
Yeah, and I don't know if she's still nursing, but she definitely was during the program. Yeah. And she even says in some of the workouts, like, I just had a baby. I'm using Cortiforce to get my body back. So they're very real and relatable. So they're just so awesome together, and they say things like when you are just absolutely dying and you just want to press stop, like they know. Like they know where you're at, and they say something that just gets you to dig a little bit deeper. And one workout, the one I did today, actually, they were going back and forth about girl power and boy power, and it was just really fun. So they make it really fun and enjoyable, and they complement each other just so well. So
awesome. Have you shared? I saw a picture your face-to-face Friday, maybe last week. Have you been able to share your results yet from the first round? Have you been able to release those?
I shared on my like page. My pinned post is my 30-day. It's just like a bathroom. It's like a bathroom selfie. Okay. But in 30 days, I lost I think 5.5 pounds and 7.75 inches. That's awesome. I don't really have a ton to lose. There's still a little more than I'd like to.
But there is a huge difference, like just looking at you though, like, like you can tell a big difference.
Yeah. I definitely feel just a lot tighter and leaner all around. So while there's some weeks where, there's a lot of people in the test group where, there's some weeks where the scale is not moving, but when we put our pictures side by side from one week to the next, it's crazy. So, I know that probably in our challenge groups, we're going to have to tell a lot of our challengers to step away from the scale. It's kind of funny being in the test group because we're all coaches, but we're challengers again. Like all of us coaches have the same complaints and frustrations as our challengers do. Like, I'm not losing any weight. What am I doing now? Don't get discouraged by the scale, because your body's really going to be changing in very different ways with this program than you do with others, because of the moves, because of the meal plan, the length of the workouts, just a lot of things that are just going to be different, that are going to be challenging your body in different ways. So take lots of pictures throughout the week, maybe instead of the scale each week, take a picture, take a selfie every single week.
Yeah. I'm actually going to encourage that. Yeah. I'm going to do that in my challenge group this month. Instead of like weekly weigh-ins, we're going to take pictures, and hopefully people will participate. But you can see a huge difference in pictures.
There's no greater accountability than that.
Exactly.
What is the release date for this?
The challenge pack will be released on October 31st. Okay. And I believe program only will be November 1st. Okay. I'm pretty sure. So.
Perfect.
Awesome.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
You've made me excited to do it, because I've definitely followed you this whole last month as you've been doing it. So
yeah, it's fun, like having someone that you sort of know, like how to go through the test groups and stuff.
So it's fun, and it's funny. There's only so much you can share. Like when we started the test group, they were like, "You're your videos can only be 1 minute, not a second longer. You can't have any of the sound. You can never show the TV. And then they were like, we want to hear the TV, so put your volume up. But we can't see the TV. So,
I bet that's interesting.
About the meal plan. We're like, people probably know about the meal plan because every program Beachbody releases now has like the same thing. But this is a little bit different.
Yeah. Well, very cool. Well, I think as far as information on Coeur de Force goes, I think that was great. Unless anybody has questions now that popped up in the last couple minutes. Anything else you want to share with us?
If you guys have any questions, feel free to message me, at any time. I'm pretty accessible. I try to respond to my messages within 24 hours. So feel free, if you ever have questions for yourself or a challenger or whatever.
Rachel's great about getting back to messages. Anytime I'm with anything. She's always been awesome.
But I think this program, again, it's really going to help a lot of people to believe in themselves. And I think that that's so important for our challengers, because so many people come to us who, they don't want to invest in themselves because they fear failure.
Mm-hmm.
They fear failure. And do you know what hardcore ponytail holders? I do not know, Renee, but that is a really funny question, and I might ask our group. I love it.
She had said something in like another Zoom call about these ponytail holders that they had, and she got them like on Amazon, and I need to figure out what they are because I was doing Insanity Max 30 this morning and my hair was out of control.
Oh my gosh. I'm going to write that down and I'm totally going to ask her.
I did this like 50 times and I had double ponytails. I have like super thick hair and it was just, Shanti is insane.
Yes, that is insane. But no, I think, when we're talking to people as coaches and trying to get people, a lot of people object to costs. A lot of people object to whatever their objection is, time. But ultimately, you guys, the thing that they're objecting most is their belief in themselves. If they truly believe that they would see results, they would pay anything. They would pay $1,000 for your challenge pack if they knew they were guaranteed results. And I want you guys to think about your business, what are you holding back when, you're trying to build a business, or, you're that fear of reaching out to somebody, your fear of reaching out to somebody is your fear of failing, your fear that they're going to say no. It's your fear of reaching out to somebody is that same exact fear of that person saying no to a challenge pack. How many of you guys joined as a coach to be a salesperson? Wow, none of you? How many of you joined for the accountability? I know I did. And the team. How many of you joined to help other people? It's not why I initially joined, but it became a part of it. Now that you're here and you're coaching, how many of you have dreams for your family of what this can be for them? So listen, this is sort of a pep talk now. Fight for it. By not sharing your journey, by not inviting someone else to join you, you are holding that person's health, happiness, success, future with their family captive in your mouth. Think about the people, think about the changes that this team and this experience has done for you. Do you believe in your heart, and you don't have to raise your hand, but do you believe in your heart that others truly deserve to be a part of this, that deserve to be on this call right now? If you do, get off this call and go invite just one person. Like, invite. Not just say hi, but truly say, I got off the most amazing call, and the one thing I was thinking about was I would love to see your face on that call every day. Have you ever considered joining my team and doing what I do and being a part of a community that just loves you every single day? By not inviting, by not sharing, you are holding their happiness captive in your mouth. Think about your own goals, you guys, your own goals. If you're here for accountability, think about your own fitness goals. When someone joins you, what does that do for your fitness goals? I know for me, like I said at the beginning, 2.5 years later, every challenge pack that I have someone join me with, it fuels me to keep going. It fuels my own accountability. So by not inviting someone to join you, you're holding your own health, your own happiness, your own accountability captive in your own mouth. I see a lot of kids on this call, a lot of you guys at home, in your kitchen or in your office, outside, at home, in your bedroom, wherever you are. The dreams for your family. By not sharing, inviting other people to be by your side, you are holding your own future captive in your mouth. If you don't ask people to invite you, the answer is always going to be no, and your business, your freedom, your goals and dreams are going to go nowhere. So it starts with getting out of your own way, you guys, and truly fighting for those dreams. Put it out there. Tell people, to the world, like, I know nobody wants to see a sweaty selfie anymore, but you know what? I hope that this inspires one person. Just be straight up. Tell people, yeah, I know people are annoyed with my stuff, so I totally call myself out. I know no one wants to see this. I think yesterday I shared my like page post to my profile, and I was like, I know you're all saying, oh my God, again. But you know what? If I can inspire one person by sharing that, then I've done what I'm here to do, to help someone to make their lives better, which in turn helps make my life better and helps make my family's life better. So by not sharing, you guys, by not inviting people, you're holding other people and yourselves and your family captive in your mouth. So think about that and believe in yourself. Believe in yourself, which I know is really hard to do. I still don't believe in myself, and most days. Talking to you guys actually helps me to believe in myself, because I feel like you're listening even though you're not, but that's okay. I'm feeling good. See, fueling you fuels me, and that's what this journey is all about. That's what it's all about, you guys. If you have goals, getting people by your side is what's going to fuel you. But that's only going to happen if you get out of your own way and you get people to be by your side. So you've got to believe in yourself. You've got to believe that you have the solutions for people. You have the team, the community. This right here, this is what it's all about. This is what people are missing. They're going to the gym and spending hours and wasting hundreds of dollars at the gym on stupid other stuff. And this is what they're missing. And I know we talked about to our team about this the other night. You know, a lot of people are struggling with how to get people to commit to Shakeology, you know, in a challenge pack, and they just have so many people selling programs. If you are truly invested in giving people the 100% solution to their goals and problems, it's the ultimate trifecta package, which is not just the fitness, you guys. The fitness is only 20% of that equation. It's the nutrition and it's the team. So if you're just getting someone started with the fitness program, you don't truly believe in your heart that they deserve to reach their goals. If you truly believe that someone deserves to reach their goals and you believe that they will reach their goals, you must get them going with the absolute ultimate solution, which is that complete package. Getting them going with just a fitness program is only getting them 20% of their results, and that is not what you as their coach are committing and investing in them to do. So believe in yourself, believe in what we have, believe in what this team is, and do not hold your own goals, you guys, captive. Don't. If people don't want to listen, you don't want them by your side anyway. And just be consistent. If you're not sharing on social media, if I went to all your Facebook pages and scrolled right now and couldn't tell that you were a coach, couldn't tell that you were committed to yourself, get out there. People might not join you right now, but trust me, if you keep sharing for 2.5 years, people might be ready. because they'll still be going through the motions on the same treadmill for 2.5 years, still overweight, still tired, still depressed, and they're going to see the transformation and be following the transformation that you've had. 2.5 years later, I have people that I have invited every single month for 2.5 years, and they've said no, and they're joining me now because they've watched. They say, you're still there. You're still doing it, and I'm still stuck. So sometimes it takes time. The only reason I've had the opportunities that I've had and I've gotten to where I have is because I've been consistent, and I signed up before you guys. And I connect with more people than you are. That's it. And my pep talks are always very anticlimactic because I never know how to wrap them up. I'm always like, Courtney, finish it out.
No,
okay,
I
have
love
a question before you get off, though.
Yeah.
And because, our team has a goal at the end of the year of becoming an elite team, a double elite team. As an elite coach, can you put into words like what this does for the team? Like what kind of opportunities it brings, or like what, because I have a hard time kind of explaining to everybody like why this is a goal that we really want. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I mean, being an elite team is amazing. I mean, you get, the elite coaches get, certain opportunities, certain sneak peeks and stuff to things. But the reason that they do is so that they can provide the information and the tools and those opportunities to their team. Anytime you're doing sneak peeks and stuff, or inviting people, even if you yourself are not an elite coach, but your upline is, you are an elite team. You are a part of an elite team, and you absolutely can share that with other people. And that goes a long way, because that proves that this is not just about you. This is not just about your business and your journey, but you are a part of a tribe who is really committed and really invested at the top to really change lives and really make a difference. There's a lot of teams in Beachbody, but there's only a little over 200 elite teams, and you're a part of that. And that's huge when you're talking to people about, this community, you guys, is everything. Our programs, our products, Shakeology are awesome. They're awesome. They're state of the art. They're awesome. Partner with Ironman, like what? They're awesome. But the most priceless piece is this team. And when you can tell people that you are a part of an elite team, a top team in the company, because of the activities that they have done to really make sure people are invested in and committed to achieving their goals, and you do that collectively as a team and you support one another in that, that's huge. That's huge, because not a lot of people can say that they're a part of that. Is that what you were looking for?
Yes, that's what I was looking for. I don't know about Logan, but yes, absolutely.
Do you ever have people that have canceled come back? Yes, definitely. You guys, we all have our struggles, and I don't want you to think that people come to me. Probably 99% of my business is still personal messaging. Still personal messaging. I have almost 8,000 people on my like page. I've been consistent with posting at least 3 to 5 times a day for 2.5 years. Nobody's coming to me. I put money to my ads. I'll put an application link. I'm like, hello, nobody's listening. I have 8,000 people on my like page, and sometimes I'd see like 50 people actually saw my post. 99% of my business is still personal messaging. So don't think that people are going to come to you. And yes, people have absolutely canceled. They've canceled, they've come back, they've canceled, they've not come back. They've transferred from me to other coaches. They've transferred from other coaches to me. It happens to everybody. And there's some people you have to learn to bless and release. If you get caught up on one cancellation, or, you get caught up on someone who says they found another coach and they want to work with them. If you get caught up on that, it is going to ruin you. And it has ruined me. And I've struggled because of it. I've had really hard times because of it. And I still do sometimes. Sometimes I take it very personally, but you've got to move on. You've got to focus on the people who are bringing you positive energy, because again, your journey must always be the most important. You need to fuel yourself and surround yourself by people who are bringing you the positive energy. And if they're dragging you down, they're not worth your time, because your journey, your life, your family is the most important. And remember, these people that are a part of our team and these people who are joining us, sure, you get a success club point. And sure, this person might advance you in rank. But in the end, they're people. They're people. They have hearts. They have needs. You have a heart. You have a need. They are not just a point. They are not just a number in your downline to add that 8th coach for you to go diamond. You truly want to surround yourself with people who are like you, and you're going to do that by just being yourself, sharing your journey, and getting out there and connecting with people. So I hope that I always end and it's like, wah, wah, what else do I say?
No, I love it. I told Rachel, I said, okay, I want core de force, but I need a Rachel pep talk at the end. And she has delivered. I don't know if you guys agree or not. I think you do.
How many of you guys have been going live on your personal pages and like pages?
I need to do it more though.
Yeah.
I know. I need to do it more too.
Yeah.
Mine keeps cutting out. Every time I go live, it cuts out the first like 30 seconds and then starts working. I like sent a message to the Facebook people and told them that it was cutting out. I haven't tried going live from any other thing other than my phone, but it's not my service because I've done it at different places and tried to go live, and very frustrating.
Yeah, sometimes I notice that it's my it's like the room that I'm in my house. I have to like move rooms.
Yeah.
Calvin, you get stage fright. That's good, man. That's good. That's real. That's raw. You know, I mean, I can't tell you, before live, I would record videos and I would probably take 2 hours recording one video because I would slip up and I'd have to re-record, and I tried to make it all perfect.
Mm-hmm.
When you go live, you just have to be yourself. And you know what? Like, sometimes I'll go live right after I have my Shakeology, and I don't know, maybe I'm the only one who
Get it in your teeth?
No, burping.
Oh.
I always find I'm like burping for an hour after Shakeology. And so I'll be doing a live video and I'll be burping. But you know what? Like, that's me. That's real. That's raw. And that's, you know, when I've been connecting with people, like on my like page, when I reach out to people and like, hey, you know, thanks for supporting my page. You know, what got you to find me? What interested you in following me? Most often, probably 99% of the time, it's because they thought that I was real and relatable and they felt connected to me.
Mm-hmm.
So when you just be yourself, you're going to attract people like you, because most of the people that follow me are boy moms. Like, I don't even have that many people who have girls who follow me. They're mostly boy moms. You know, so you just got to be yourself. And you know what? Some people might laugh at you. They might think that's silly, but you're being yourself. And there is one thing in the world that you have that no one else has, and that is you. Mm-hmm. And by being yourself, when you're doing a live video, pretend that you are talking to you. Pretend that you are talking to the you that pressed submit on that first challenge pack order. Forget the avatar. Forget that perfect person that you want to join you. Talk to you before you started this journey. So when you get on live, you're literally looking at yourself. You're not looking at anybody else. Cover the bottom of it so you can't even see when people join or comment. And just talk to you. And I promise you, the more you do it, the more comfortable it'll be. Mm-hmm. The more people are going to come to watch you because they see you being real and raw and they want to see what you're doing.
Yeah, I agree with that. When I knew that I was needing to start going live, it was because it was that one thing that was like terrifying to me. Mm-hmm. And so, which made me know that was the thing that I needed to start doing, to start like pushing outside of my comfort zone and pushing the boundaries a little bit. And just started, you know, going live in the challenge groups or on the team page a couple times to kind of get used to it. And the first time that I went live on my page, I was totally shaking and felt like I was going to throw up. It was like the first time I ever shared my before and after results, you know, like it's scary because you're putting yourself out there and being vulnerable, but the more you do it, it's the easier it gets. And
I get nervous. I get nervous every day still. I'm like, am I ready? What am I talking about? Just roll. I mean, like this morning on my like page, I was like, I knew I had a really busy morning and I knew I probably would have no content to post until like midday. So I was like, what am I going to do? I was like, well, I've got about 10 minutes to get out of the house. I'm still in my pajamas. My hair is a mess from bed. Let's just go live and show people how I'm going to get ready in 10 minutes. And I literally did. I went live and I was like, all right, here's me. And, you know, my camera's down here, but I needed the mirror up there. So half the time you're like looking at my nose and I'm doing my makeup. And I was done in 5 minutes. And everybody was asking me what kind of stuff that I was using. And I was like, I'll get you guys back because I got to run. And later I went back and I posted what I used. And, you know, you just be real and raw. And that's what's going to make people love you and want to work with you. You want people to feel like they're your friend. So.
Yeah. Well, I felt like I was your friend before we got to hang out on the cruise. You didn't know it, but we were besties.
So
I love it. And yeah, I don't know. Thanks for the pep talk. I think it was, you know, we're coming towards the end of the year. September always tends to be a rough month. And I think this was kind of just what we needed to get the fire back under us, to get us going, you know, the end of this quarter, I guess. We've got a lot of big milestones that we'd like to hit in the next, month or so. And, you know, just keep reaching out and getting people in our challenge groups. And yeah, so I'm excited. I think Coeur de Force is going to be an awesome opportunity to get some new people on board with us. So
yeah. Heather said Rocktober. Yeah, we have Rock Solid has Rocktober. We did it last year and it was fun. You know, fourth quarter, you guys, is kind of when everybody throws in the towel, you know, in life. I've seen so many people posting about, you know, oh, what a crummy 2016 it's been. And, you know, all those New Year's resolutions people set in January, they're just like, oh, I'll start again in January. You know, now is when people need us to rein them back in. Like there's plenty of time to make huge changes in 3 months.
Yeah.
But only if you reach out and connect with them.
Mm-hmm.
So you can want it. You can say all day long that you're an elite team, that you are a diamond coach, but it's your activities that have to match that.
Yeah.
You guys can be pumped up from this call, but what are you going to do after this call? That's what's going to make the difference. That's what's going to be the difference in who's advancing their business, who's hitting Success Club, is the people who are getting off this call and going to take action.
Yep, absolutely. And I loved what you said, Rachel. I'd always heard, don't hold someone else's future captive in your own mouth. Like Summer, I think, says that all the time. But I never thought about it holding my future captive in my mouth because I'm not inviting people. And that was kind of a gut check for me when you said that tonight, because and some of these girls know, like, I've really been struggling trying to find my why and my vision with this. And, you know, we've had some things go on and just personally that really hit me today, that I'm like, okay, this is it. This is what's going to get us to where we want to be. And so then you saying, you know, you not inviting, that's me holding my future captive in my mouth. I mean, they're going to say no 100% of the time if I don't ask them. And so thanks for that, because that definitely, that put some fire under me. And as soon as I finish dinner, I'm going to go get my freaking 5 invites in that I have put off all day long. So yeah, I loved how you put that. Absolutely. Good. Yeah. Well, does anybody have any other questions before Rachel gets off?
See you next month, Rachel.
Yeah, can we schedule you for first Wednesday of November?
Be on all of our calls.
This is great. Thank you so much.
No, I seriously, you guys, you know, I've not been having a good day myself. You know, like I really struggled with Success Club last month. I really, really did. I honestly thought when I got chosen for this test group, I was like, this is the ticket to getting me back. This is the ticket to rocking my business. And my business has kind of been a little bit static. I am inviting every day. I am connecting with as many people as I can every day, but I think people are maybe waiting to do Core de Force with me. And so I really struggled last month. I don't know how I'm going to make this month happen, but talking to you guys fuels me. And that's kind of what I love about live video too. Like when I'm having a down day, when I go and just start talking, it brings me positive energy, knowing that I'm adding value, that I'm sharing my life, that I'm putting myself out there at the expense of helping somebody else, putting myself out there at the expense of pushing my dreams forward. So just whatever your goals are, you guys, it is all in your hands. You can't put any blame on your team. You can't put any blame on those people saying no. Every person that maybe says no or, doesn't do what you wanted them to do, let that fuel you to go invite 10 more for every no that you get.
Yeah, absolutely. Love it. Who's going to go invite?
Woo!
Me? I'm going. Well, I have to eat first, but I already said that. Can you tell I'm hungry? All right. Thank you so much, Rachel. And I'm excited to see the next 30 days, and I'm excited for this program to come out. So
yeah, any questions you guys have, feel free to message me anytime, anytime.
Okay. Awesome.
All right.
Thank you so much, girl.
Thanks,
Bye,
guys.
y'all.
Bye.
Good night.
Good night.